then she went and talked to a supervisor.
And wanted to know why Jess's name wasn't on the manifest. And I'm like, my name's not on the manifest either. Jess just goes, we've been doing this for the last 5 years on and off. Never had any kind of problems. This video is brought to you by Sutco Transportation. Sutco is hiring Class 1 drivers in Alberta and in British Columbia. To apply, go to sutco.ca and use promo code JuanFan to get an extra $100 off your first payday. Morning!
Afternoon.
This kind of sucks.
Is that why you didn't put good in front of it?
We've got no AC. So we're hot.
I turned that fan up a little bit.
Right, let's wait to recording until we're close to a summit, so it's a little cooler outside. Because we're running with our windows open.
I thought about opening the back windows, but I didn't know how noisy it would be.
Yeah, that would work. That would help airflow a little bit.
Maybe at the bridge they'll do that.
If I timed it out right, this video will end at the break time.
Oh, cool. I didn't see.
So, other than no AC, up here, at least it's only 20 degrees Celsius, so it's not as hot. Down in the lower mainland, it's summer. It's supposed to rain all day today, I thought you said.
I said it was less than yesterday.
Today's just beautiful.
Well, I said it was going to be beautiful at home. You saw for yourself, the sky couldn't decide if it wanted to be sunny or cloudy.
We're loading in Langley, and the forklift driver goes, I dressed completely wrong today. He goes, I listened to the weather forecast, I dressed for rain all day, and I don't have any short sleeve shirts, nothing. I planned for rain all day, and now it's exactly the opposite.
But like, it doesn't take much to stuff one t-shirt in your backpacker or something, right? Like, bring one shirt with you.
So we are climbing Highway 3 to Manning Park. I guess we are in Manning Park. Okay, those lines, someone forgot to paint a section there. He signaled, I signaled, and it's like, wait, the rain doesn't end there. Someone just forgot to paint the center line. Here's a little section forgotten too. Very weird. So we're climbing Allison Pass in Manning Park. And then we'll climb Sunday Pass after that. We're eastbound Highway 3.
Going home.
Huh?
Going home.
Going home. I could pass this guy.
He's going to the same place we are.
Yeah, he's going to Penticton as well. Just too many cars right now. Let's see. Might have a window here. Give it a try anyway. sudden cars come up behind us. And I can't quite do it. We'll just tuck in behind them again. Marion Smith.
Looks like he's probably owner-operator.
Yeah, Marion Smith have a lot of owner-operators. Looks like a Cascadia. Freightliner.
So, do we leave yesterday behind, or do we talk about yesterday?
I'm done with yesterday.
We were both done with yesterday by the time we got to bed.
Traffic, traffic, traffic. Tremendously more traffic, traffic. Accidents like you wouldn't believe. More rain and more traffic. We barely made it to the border before we ran out of hours.
No, you barely made it to the fuel station. You forgot that part.
Oh yeah, we were in a traffic jam for so long in Seattle that I burned enough fuel that my engine or my fuel light was on for quite a while before we got to the fuel station.
That is where we were going, and it just never ended.
It took hours to get through the greater Seattle area. And then got to the border.
Oh yeah, you go ahead, because I'm still a little feisty about this one.
The commercial border is closed. It was late enough in the day that
It was like 9 o'clock at night or something.
Yeah. 9 p.m. that we have to park the truck and then walk into the regular customs instead of the commercial customs. It's a big enough border and they have two separate sets of customs. And young officer wanted to know who Jess was. Is she a co-driver? No, she's just a passenger. Why? What? It's like, because she wants to ride along? I just go, she's my wife and I like taking her with me.
Yeah.
She's like, but why? That's the only reason. We don't have drivers with their spouses all. That's not something that happens. And I'm like, we do?
Oh, and then is your company aware of it over and over and over?
It asked if our company was aware that Jess is with me. It's like, yeah, we have to ask permission first.
And then do you have proof of that?
Do I have proof that the company's aware? No. I submitted it online on a web page and there's no proof back that I get that Jess is approved.
And then you were even like, I can call my boss, and she didn't want that either.
It's like, how do I know if she doesn't work for Sutco? I'm like, she doesn't? It's like, I can call the boss, it's late at night. He lives on the Saskatchewan-Alberta border, so it's like 10 o'clock for him, so I might get lucky and he'll answer the phone, but then she went off and talked to a different officer, came back and asked the same questions again.
And then she went and talked to a supervisor.
And wanted to know why Jess's name wasn't on the manifest. I'm like, my name's not on the manifest either. It's like, Jess just goes, we've been doing this for the last 5 years on and off. never had any kind of problems. So that took like 20 minutes.
Yeah. And
Getting interrogated the whole 20 minutes.
and then it ended up being where they didn't have an answer.
Basically, they were going to let us go because they weren't sure what to do about it.
Yeah, and then he tried seeing this other guy, not the woman. He was like, "Go under this and this and this, I could find you," and like I think he was trying to say like they would find a way that I'm working undercover,
Yeah.
and that they would find me for it. And I'm like, I'm reporting to the border legally. I have my app filled out. I don't know what I'm missing. Like,
It's like we've done this literally hundreds of times and never had an issue.
and we mentioned that, and she started looking at the screen.
There's a black spot on the ditch there. Is it a black spot?
No. Some kind of
Garbage bag?
yeah.
It's just a garbage bag.
And then I was even like, well, what if we had a letterhead from the company saying,
Not gonna.
okay. It's like in the end, she just wants to be on the manifest, and we're like, but
The officer just seemed to be very young and hadn't encountered this before and thought that they could catch us in a lie or something. I don't
Yeah.
know. It was,
and they kind of upset me, but when we walked away, she was snickering.
yeah, and then as we walked away, she's giggling away in the background. I'm like, oh, not professional.
So I'm like, is she
Not
just,
professional
yeah, I'm
at
like,
all.
is she just trying to prove things to her other colleagues? Like,
Yeah.
you know, like, I'm like, I did nothing wrong. I'm not working. I thought about it after the fact. I'm like, I should have just said I can go get my driver's license and show you I'm not a class 1. Like,
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't know what you want. The only she would go for was me being on that manifest, which can't happen. Like, I don't know.
So I'll do some digging this next week and figure it out. See if there's actually some kind of technical rule that we're supposed to be following that we're not. But it's never been an issue before.
I'm like, even if we get something from the company, she already said that she's not going to take it. So I'm like,
Yeah.
but then that's how she started the conversation, wanting written proof in your email or
Yeah.
phone. I'm like, okay, this isn't going anywhere. And
But we got across.
yeah, and I'm like, the thing is, I've been across many borders since being back. I've been across that border 2 other times besides last night since being back, and I'm like, I've never had a problem.
Yeah, we crossed. You've crossed that exact border a couple of times.
That was the
Have
3rd
no
time
issues.
since being back with you.
Yeah. No issues.
We listed all these
Except
other
for that.
borders that we went through, and it's like, yeah. So that kind of got to me. And then you were both like, there's no reason.
And when I tried making eye contact, she would just look away quickly. I'm like, just weird. Just
And then she
not.
kept eyeing me up when she
Yeah.
wouldn't look at you. She kept looking at me like trying to make me bluff up, and I'm like, no, I got nothing to hide. In the end, I think she just had a problem that people like to sit here in a seat and do nothing.
I don't know. It was weird. I don't know. She had some kind of point to prove. I think because young officer, right?
Yeah.
Probably, first week on the job, came out of school and now has to prove a point.
So yeah, he'll do some digging.
I'm gonna do some digging, and I think I'm gonna find nothing.
Yeah, but the
That-
way they were
It's
like,
just a power trip.
the way they made it seem like now that I'm flagged for more questioning, they even said something like, I can be questioned for later.
Yeah, we'll see.
And I'm like, okay.
paint some new lines here. They're completely worn out.
It's 75.
Whoever's behind us is doing 75, not me.
I looked at your GPS like, it's not you.
Well, they filled in some of these potholes. That's nice.
Hopefully when they're done with this, they repave both sides. Obviously they repaved last side. Repave this side at the same time. Or dig this side up. I don't know. Don't remember what side has been done already.
I think when they're done, the bridge is going to be higher up.
Oh yeah, because we can see that from a certain angle. Man, that guy's like waist deep in that water under there.
Hmm?
This guy was standing in like the creek and he was like waist deep and
Oh.
he had waders on. He was pretty deep in that water. And you see how much higher it's going to be.
Yeah, the bridge is way up there. Once they get that side done, they're going to make us go all on that side while they rebuild this other side. So it'll be another couple of years. Spotted no bears this week. What's up?
I get a moose, I'm okay.
Got your moose in?
It's a big horseshoe. It's not too late for a moose. It's just, or a bear, I should say. They're just kind of sporadic where they show
It's
up.
not the right time of day.
And it's hot for them.
It's too hot time of the day to see a lot of bears today.
In fact, there's still a chance to see a moose.
Or you're going to be looking on Sunday Summit.
Tell everybody my secret.
Yes, we're past Allison Summit already.
Yep.
Oh, and I tore my pants. So my pants are also air conditioned.
Nothing like airing your dirty laundry.
Well, they're clean laundry still. Well, they were in the morning.
And like, have you seen how much muddy clay stuff is on you?
That yard was messy and mucky.
It's been raining non-stop, so it was pretty mucky. That road's open to the top.
Oh,
Yeah. For people that go through here, turn here on the left,
yep, turn left over here.
and
where
then
that
turn
car's
left
coming up.
again, and there's an awesome viewpoint on top of the road.
Yep, make a left and a left over there. And climb that road all the way to the top. Beautiful meadows up there.
And if you continue on, yeah, there's some hiking trails.
Hiking trails up there. Lots of dragonflies and
Oh,
butterflies.
3 messages, new trip.
Basically say new trip, new trip, new trip.
New trip has been assigned. New trip has been assigned. New trip has been assigned.
Hey, good guess, huh?
Uh-huh. here before too.
Yeah, this area we've seen moose before too.
Yeah.
I don't like this load.
Okay, I'll ask for everybody else why.
Does every corner we take feel like we're gonna roll over?
Kind of, yeah.
I'm taking corners much slower than normal. The load is such a weird balance. All the weight is, not all, but the majority of the weight is on the front drives. And it's tall. We got 3 layers of drywood. Drywall. There we go. Gypsum board. Drywall. It also makes the suspension of the truck not happy, having most of the weight on the drives. Not a good balance. It's got a funky, bouncy feel.
The roads are definitely more bouncy, I think. I noticed that.
It's not the roads, it's the truck. The load. So, my steers were 5,300 kilograms. We're allowed 5,500. The tires I have. My drives were allowed 17,000, and I was 16,008 something. So close, very close to the max weight on my drives. And then my trailer allowed 24,000, and we were at 12. So half weight at on the trailer. Drives are maxed out, and the trailer is only at half weight. Because he didn't want to roll out 3 tarps, he only wanted to roll out 2 tarps.
Fair enough.
He wanted to get all the stuff that needed to be tarped on the front half of the trailer. At first I'm like, we're actually overweight, what are you putting on the back? And he goes, I'll put some lumber on the very back to try to move the weight back. I'm like, it should work. Still a little bit too heavy on the front. We'll put the manure on the back as well, on top of the lumber.
So it's a really mixed load.
It's a mixed load. And there's, so between the drywall and the lumber and manure is wire fencing, like chicken wire,
Yeah.
and insulation, a whole bunch of insulation. So it's all really light. Any other load, I'm taking full speed limit around these corners. It's basically top and front heavy. Yeah, I left myself open for that one. You're welcome.
Oh, I wasn't really listening.
Oh, good. You hear that? She doesn't listen.
half the time.
video proof.
I was looking for a bear and I was moving my feet closer to the fan to cool off.
Say take your socks off, but you've already done so.
Yep. The airflow is really funky. Like I had to put my feet way forward to get airflow on the bottom.
Car, why do you have to go? That car that's passing us went in between the two yellow lines. Like, I don't understand why you had to move that far over. What made you think I was going to be switching lanes?
A lot of silly traffic we've seen today and yesterday.
Oh man, there's people are aggravated at all the traffic yesterday and today morning.
I was
And
thinking,
there was some road rage moves going on.
yeah,
Change lanes like 3 at a time, just right across. I'm like, whoa! I had a hard break in Langley where a car just cut right in front of me, and I'm like, huh? If I had not hit brakes hard, I would have slammed right into the side of them.
yeah, you were a T-Bone derby.
T-bone.
She came right off a parking lot and drove right across.
Yeah, it's like, whoa!
But also when you were saying I wasn't listening, I was also thinking about how it sucks to be in the next few weeks.
Why?
Because most schools are out this week, and now all the family vacations
Oh yeah,
start.
vacations are gonna start. Yeah.
There's a mad rush the next few weeks to all have summer vacation.
It's gonna be RV country.
And then we have holidays coming up, Canada Day and stuff.
Hey, we have holidays coming up too.
Yeah, we do.
We'll be some of those first.
Yeah, I wanted it after Canada Day though.
Wanted what?
Holidays after Canada Day.
Yeah, we didn't want holidays over Canada Day.
That's when everybody's gonna be where we want to be.
Yellow flashing lights, meaning that I have to slow down. I better do that. Oh, there we go. End of Manning Park. East Gate. Really prime water, but earlier it was really nice and green. Yeah, it's picking up. With all that melt coming down, it's picking up a lot of silt and mud. Got new mud flaps put on as well, so I'm legal to drop that rear axle now.
It took a long time. It took 15 minutes to get your mud flaps.
Yeah, who would have thought an hour to get mud flaps? they were so corroded on there. The trailer's only what, a year and a half, 2 years old? I think it's probably 2 years old now. Because it's aluminum and metal bolts kind of corroded together, so I had to use some persuasion with the hammer. Get the bracket off to get the new mud flaps on. Milkameen River would be fun to kayak down if you knew where the waterfalls were ahead of time. Well, that's actually over its banks over there. Yeah, it's be interesting further down. And well, good thing it's not raining too hard today because all that rain yesterday. They need a couple of days break from rain because.
Yeah, but then you're getting 20 degrees weather.
Yeah, so it's still gonna melt like crazy. Yeah, on the other side there, it's into the forest.
So Okanagan's like 24 degrees, so less.
Over its banks.
The next few weeks are going to be really interesting.
It seems like we didn't have flooding in spring, but the flooding is coming a little late. So hopefully we don't get too bad flooding. So far we're still doing good, but
But we're behind schedule.
potential is
We've been so cold, we're behind.
potential for bad flooding is there.
I do like the view I get here. The cars don't.
Yeah, actually somebody brings it up every now and then. In the truck, we're looking over the no post, looking way down there and seeing how straight down the cliff is. More so than the dash camera is showing you guys.
I think it.
We need to put a shoulder cam on Jess's side one
Yeah.
day and show you what kind of viewpoint Jess gets out of that window every now and then.
Like, I think you'll be okay if you're afraid of heights. Like, you don't like get super queasy, but some people might in certain sections.
Because in the car, you barely see over the no posts. We're sitting so high. I was talking about the squeezy. When I first time I drove from, is it the cusp down to Castlegar, that highway?
Okay.
Coming around those corners with a big rig for the very first time and no barriers and just straight down, that gives you a bit of a queasy feeling the first time as a driver.
Yeah.
That took a couple of weeks to get used to. It's like I was really slow around some of those corners
Well, I
at
think
first.
Same here, right? And then like Paulson Bridge is another one. Some tall bridges like that where it's just like, whoa.
Just kicking the rocks off. Alright, now for some fun climbing. I always enjoy this section of the highway. It's a lot of work. I saw those trucks going the opposite way earlier on in the week.
It's a delivery company.
Oh, it's a delivery company.
They deliver your cars that you order online.
Okay.
Which I don't know if I could do that, like, without test driving. I don't know.
I don't know. I think I want to test drive.
Maybe they
I
deliver.
need to be touchy-feely with the car
Yeah,
before buying.
maybe they deliver it and then you test. I don't know. I don't know how it works. It just seems weird. So that's why you see that.
All right. Let's let this Cummins work hard.
You know what?
John, what?
We're only a few weeks away from cherry season.
I thought you had something exciting to say.
Well, that's after I thought about ice cream.
Well, we could stop at Princeton for Dairy Queen, or we could go to Tickleberries tomorrow instead.
Pickleberries. We haven't been there yet this year.
You haven't.
Well, you know, the weeks I'm home without you, I now have a goal in mind.
I haven't either.
I like ice cream more than you, so.
Yep. I should drive down there and get some Tickleberries.
I think every time I have that idea though, because tomorrow's gonna be nice and warm.
blowing warm air.
It wasn't bad until you started climbing and then the switch.
Yeah, it is blowing warm air and not AC. So, I wonder if the AC probably still works. It's just maybe the. Remember, every now and then it would get stuck and
Yeah,
turn the
but
engine
we
off
stopped.
and turn it on.
We stopped for lunch and I thought that would fix it. And then maybe the rate check will fix it.
Yeah, as the engine gets warmer, it gets hotter in here as well. So,
Yeah, it's almost tank top and shorts weather for sitting in here.
you know what? Roll down the window. Guys, it's good. I don't know. We're not going to be able to hear ourselves think with the window open, so just enjoy whatever sound we get. Go roll down your window. I can't because I got a camera stuck. Feels nice.
It kind of makes me go, can you hear me now?
I don't know how good the microphone works in high wind. I guess we'll see.
It's like our version of Crank It Up.
Crank it up. Right, guys, thank you guys for watching. Thank you for all your support. We are out of here. You guys rock.
Adios.